There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another stream here on youtube.com/Johnny Chiodini. That's me. I'm Johnny Chiodini. And here we are on a stream. Because that's the thing I just described to you. It's a painting stream. We've not done one of these in a while. And I've not been streaming for a while because reasons. What are we painting today? That's a great question. Today, we are working on my Blood Bowl team for next season. You may, well, at this point, regular viewers will be very familiar with this lot. Basically, I'm making an orc team that's actually going to work as Imperial Nobility. So I've filed and cut all of the orcish bits off some Black Orc models for Blood Bowl. And then I've given them all pleated trousers and other things there we go, that make them look like the Imperial Nobility, which is a human team in Blood Bowl. Why am I doing this? Well, because the Imperial Nobility are frequently referred to as Imperial Nobz, but orcs in Warhammer refer to each other as Nobz with a Z. So these are the Imperial Nobz. It's been dozens of hours of work for a 4 out of 10 pun, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So this one's actually finished, as is this one. But I'm working, I've got two that are currently, I've got hair everywhere. I've got two that are currently in progress. So we're going to be working on these to start things off today. I need to paint up their skin properly because as you can see, that green is sort of very flat. Whereas the green on the finished skin has a bit more definition to it and a bit more of a colour gradient, etc, etc. So we're going to be working on the skin of this lot to start off with and then sort of doing the finishing touches, and then depending on how long we have left, I've got 3 more models, the final 3 models, that are, as you can see, just primed, not painted at all, so we'll be cracking into those. Titan Uranus says, I object to the categorization of those trousers as pleated. What would you call them, Titan Uranus? Please educate me. Oh wow, Andrew Roberts says, full honesty, I saw my notification about the upcoming stream and read Imperial Nobz as Imperial Nazi. No, well, I mean, I'm not playing bolt action, so I'm not painting any Nazis today, nor do I have any intention of painting Nazis in the future, unless we're talking about painting them black and blue with my fists. So yeah, how is everyone doing? Is everyone okay? It feels like everyone I know at the minute is going through a really hard time. Myself included. It feels like absolutely everyone is having a mare at the minute. I hope you're all okay. And if you aren't, I hope at least you can take a little bit of time today to sort of set worries aside and just let's talk nonsense for a few hours and I'll daub paint on some plastic. Titan Uranus says, I would say that they are slashed, as Pluderhosen usually are. Right then, well there you go. Baddy Wrongleg says, in 40k aren't Nazis usually painted a fetching shade of ultramarine? Yes, absolutely. So, yes, it does look like a lot of people are having a shit time at the minute. I'm sorry everyone, solidarity. I hope you're all okay. Oh, Nightswitch is in chat. Hello Nightswitch, I hope you're okay. Right, I'm going to take my glasses off because I need to do that in order to see the models properly. Oh! And then we'll get cracking, crack-a-lacking. Today we're going to be starting off with a lot of different greens. Specifically, this one, the first paint today, is a Bealtan Green, which is a shade which I'm going to do. I'm going to be putting very gently into the recesses of these models where you can see like the muscles are bunching to give it a little bit of definition. So that's the plan. Defect says Mario Wonder helps brighten up the dark a bit. How is it? I mean, it sounds like it's good. It looks a little bit... I don't have that much patience for platformers these days, so it looks a bit too nails for me at the minute. But it does also look quite entertaining. And Elephant Mario looks like a real... just a real character. Josh Warriad's on a super chat saying, ahoy there, I'm lucky enough to have some cash to spare, so decided to spend it on the nicest NB on YouTube. Good to see that painting has returned. Josh, that is very kind of you and very generous. Thank you. Take that, all the other NBs on YouTube. You're not as nice as I am. I'm sure there's somebody easily as nice, if not nicer than me on YouTube, but thank you very much. That is very nice. Ego Raptor's Chin says, you're pretty brave to have that coffee so close to your paint. Listen, I've drunk my paint water enough. I'm not really scared about painting my drink water, you know? So hopefully you can see there, just popping a little bit of shade in. This is what's referred to as a pin wash, because you're only putting a wash or a shade in select areas. But that's, I'm trying to just darken the crease of that elbow a bit to give more of a sense of, well, there being a fold in the skin. Likewise, there are some veins here. So I'm going to put some shade on the underside of those, try and get them to pop a little bit more. It's not gone brilliantly, I'll be honest, but I'll be doing multiple little washes. And I'll be coming back in with the base coat later to tidy things up a bit. So we don't have to be mega careful at this point. Like, there's a bit of overpaint there that looks quite obvious and clumsy, but that's the basic idea. Colin Laster says 6 minutes in and we're on to butts. I think that's a new record. Is it? I'm not sure. Nice Switch says, what brush we're using? I love to ask about the brushes if it means anything to me, a person who does not paint. This is a brand new Citadel Color synthetic small layer brush. I got one of these because they're pretty great. They last for quite a while, but as you can see, my other one is like pretty well used. Like, look at the difference in the tips there. So this is still pretty handy. Like, you can put a tip on it, but it's just not as precise. So like, I thought I'll treat myself. It's a new one. So there we go. Colin Lester says 6 minutes in and we're talking about butts. I think that's a new record. It's a sign that I'm not doing brilliantly at the minute is that my short-term memory is absolutely fucked. When were we talking about butts? Was it because we were talking about the trousers? I'm not sure. Grumson says, just got back from being the mic runner for floor questions at an architecture conference. Bloody hell. Are we talking about butts already? It seems like we are now. It was about... Oh, chat was on Elephant Mario's butt. I mean, I guess of all of the animal forms of Mario, like, we're all pretty used to Tanuki Suit Mario since, like, Super Mario Brothers 3, right? But, like, it seems like Elephant Mario is likely to have the best badonkadonk of all of them, right? That's just common sense. It just makes, yeah. Aiden quite appropriately has done a super sticker. The super sticker is of a peach, but well, let's just say the peach looks like something else. In fact, I'll say it. It looks like a butt. The natural shape of the peach combined with the lighting gives it rather a it looks like a posterior. It does. Nice Switch says I get extremely bad vibes from Elephant Mario. He's not reassuring, is he? I'm actually going to change brushes. So, like, Citadel Color, synthetic, small layer brush. Love you. Brilliant work. But I think I just need something a little bit smaller. Just because we really want to, like, put the pin into these pin washes. So, here comes a Lethal Shadows Gaming brush. This actually is kind of interesting because you can, like, unscrew it and replace the tips. This was given to me by a viewer when I was in the States earlier this year. And as you can see, it's like a really fine tip. So there you go. Vocal fry is not good for people, is it? Britney Spears has done, I mean, some incredible things for pop music. But also, I'm sure a lot of people have injured their vocal cords trying to impersonate her. Is that her fault? No. These stunts are attempted by professionals in a controlled environment. Do not attempt at home, but you know what I mean. Wraith Finds is on a super chat saying, good morning, Johnny and Skelly pals. I saw a lovely Dia de los Muertos skeleton last week and thought of you and the Skellies. See you on VOD. Oh, thank you for popping in to the live and then dropping some change and dipping back out again, Wraith Finds. And thanks for thinking of us. They're so iconic, aren't they, Dia de los Muertos skeletons? I feel like sugar skulls have been rampantly co-opted by people not of that culture. which is just another way of saying white people. But you can't deny the aesthetic is just iconic. It's great. I saw some friends recently, and we were in a pub that had some sort of sugar skulls and stuff on the walls. It was kind of like a rocker pub. Um, but so that's the mental link. That's what reminded me. But my friend was telling me about the big objects in Australia. Like, there's a series of famous sculptures. They're like almost like fiberglass things in Australia that are normal things, but just massive. Like, there's a massive prawn, and there's an enormous lobster, and it's not all food items either. I'm trying to remember all of the big things on Australia. Have a Google. Go on, treat yourselves, because basically Australia is a country of, I think, very flat expanses, but also some massive things. Aberrated has written all in caps "Lobo" with an exclamation mark, which I can only assume means that Aberrated is familiar with the concept of the big things of Australia. Just Man Bun says it was pretty recently that I found out that wasn't normal everywhere. Incredible. Aiden says Tom Scott's citation needed. Did an episode about them. I think there's a big apple, a big pineapple. Happy Bob says big pineapple, big banana, big sheep, big rocking horse that is also a toy shop. Does that one count? I guess it counts. It's very interesting. I like it a lot. Josh Snell has done a super chat, but there is no message attached, which is mysterious and generous. Josh, if there was meant to be a message attached to that, just let me know in chat, and I will read it out with all of the usual fanfare. But if not, thank you for your silent support. It's very, very much appreciated. Cat M says, hi Johnny, I'll be watching on VOD because I'll need all the calm vibes I can get after all the Halloween content I'll be watching. Entirely fair. I went to the cinema last night and watched Nosferatu on the big screen while a man with a violin did a live score, and it was great. It was really interesting. A, I'd never seen Nosferatu, and it's great fun. And then B, I didn't realise, because we were in a cinema and it was dark, that he wasn't just packing a violin. He was playing the violin and it was all very atmospheric, and I was like, wow. And I was like, okay, so it's 90 minutes of violin music. I can vibe with that. And then our hero, Hutter, gets to the castle of the spoilers, but you've had 100 years to watch it, vampire, Nosferatu. And although that's not his name, he's like Count Ozark or something like that. And suddenly he starts like whacking some piano strings in that kind of like zhong sort of way. And it was like, oh, hello. He's kicked this up a notch, hasn't he? And it was great. It was a really fun evening. Enjoyed it very much. And you know what? For a 100-year-old film, it really stands up. Like, big time. Orlock, thank you. AP Rawlings says, so not an accordion then. Not an accordion, no. But yeah, that film's really fun. Some people in the audience were laughing, which I get because like it's a bit goofy, and there are a couple of moments that raised a chuckle with me. But it wasn't nearly as funny as most of the audience seemed to think it was. There is one bit where Orlock is walking through a town trying to get to his new home, and he's carrying a coffin of dirt and looking a little bit confused. And I'll be honest with you, he looks like a pizza delivery man who can't find the right building. That bit was quite funny, but apart from that, like, that still holds up. So yeah, can recommend. Also, I'm sure like all of you will be familiar with the famous shot of the shadow of the vampire creeping as he creeps up the stairs. I've seen it so many times in GIF form and projected onto the wall at like Coheed and Cambria gigs and stuff like that. I had no idea the shot was that fast. Like, he fucking hoons it up the stairs. He's just like, vroom, just goes. That's absolutely nails it. Some guy on YouTube has done a super chat saying, Johnny, I was not able to post my Extra Life page last paint stream, so hopefully it'll work today. Keep up the great work and use this money towards a sweet chili tuna sandwich or another nice treat. Thanks so much, some guy on YouTube. Yeah, I'm sorry that the link didn't go through last time. I've tried to allow links, but like have them be held for review, but it's not worked, which is annoying. Could you tell me what to search for on YouTube, on Google, to bring up the page, and then I can stick the link into chat myself? That will probably be the best way to do it. Don't super chat it or anything. Thank you for the super chat, obviously, but you don't need to do a subsequent one. And I can promise you none of that money will be going towards a sweet chili tuna sandwich. I've never spent money on a sweet chili tuna sandwich. They've just happened to me. Well, just the once, actually. And that was enough, as we all know. Anyway. Adam says, once he's been invited in, if your neck is not bitten within 30 minutes or less, you're free from the vampire's influence. Group is called Van Full of Games. Right. Okay. Let me have a Google now. And then I'm going to stop putting shade on this model and move to the other one. Oh, Josh Snell has done another super chat saying, finally got over my slump and finished The Lion, and even posted a picture to the Discord's painting channel. Super nice people there too. So I felt like sending another 20 since it feels nice to be done. Oh, that's really lovely of you. Thank you. And congratulations on finishing The Lion. That is a big project. Van Full of Games. Just Extra Life. Dum 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 dum. Aha! Okay. Van Full of Games. Community. I'm going to try and... Wait. Search for a team. Van Full of Games. Here we fucking go. Here we fucking go. Right. Everybody, here is the Van Full of Games Extra Life page. So there we go. And then you can join the team, you can donate. You've got the roster there, which you can look through to see how everyone's doing. This is very useful. So if you click through, you get all the sorts of information from there. And there you bloody go. You're more than welcome, some guy on YouTube. There we bloody go. All right. Will says, Billy fucking Joel. Why are we talking about Billy Joel all of a sudden? I like Billy Joel, personally. I like the song Downeaster Alexa. Right. I'm going to do one last bit of washing on this. There we go. So yeah, I can't believe it, but we're about to enter the playoffs in the Hot Bobs League, the Blood Bowl League for which I am co-commissioner, and it means we'll be on to the next season before we bloody know it. Oh my God! Will says there was a post on I think the Glasgow subreddit asking why people chanted Billy Joel at gigs because someone had misheard "Here we fucking go" as Billy fucking Joel. That's incredible. Billy fucking Joel. That's amazing. That's incredible. I'll be doing that first chance I get. Absolutely sublime, that is. Also, here we fucking go is such a good chant. I think my least favourite chant in the world is "Let's go team name, clap, 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 clap," because it's so discordant. No one ever sings it in a pleasing way. And, like, it sounds awful when it's just one person trying to get it started at like a sports match. Let's go, na na. I hate it. It's so cutting. Just really eats through me. Conversely, one of my favourite chants ever comes from the world of roller derby, where fans of the Minnesota State team chant "Minnesota, Minnesota, nice, nice, nice," which I think is just fantastic, really. Like, informative, supportive, non-confrontational. What team? What's the team? Minnesota. What do we think of the team? They're nice. Brilliant. It's good. It's just nice. Pleasant. Titan Uranian says it works until they play Nice. Oh my god. At the Wrestling in August, Will says at the Wrestling in August, wrestler Cash Wheeler had recently been arrested for a firearms offence, so the Wembley crowd cheered for him with to give it up by Casey and the Sunshine Band. No, 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 no. Wheeler's got a gun, got a gun. Is that Wheeler's got a gun, got a gun? Wheeler's got a gun. Na 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 na. That's amazing. I think I've got that right. Either way, sublime. Chants are like one of the earliest forms of shit posting, really, aren't they? Just like real historic shit posting. I've really enjoyed people chanting "You're not a real vicar" at right-wing dickhead Calvin Robinson lately. That's been good. If you don't know who that is, don't bother fucking Googling him. You're better off. You're better off. Wheeler's got a gun, got a gun. Wheeler's got a gun. I like it. I watched Chelsea women's play a while ago, a couple of years ago now, it must have been. And they sang Sam Kerr's On Fire, Your Defence is Terrified to the tune of Freed from Desire. I like that one. Oh my god, Fist of Fury says best nickname I've seen for Calvin Robinson is Ultimitty. I need to send a text immediately. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh my god. I... That is so fucking funny. Absolutely, absolutely wonderful. Right. Bit more pin washing. You know it, you love it. It's making select parts of the model Ever so slightly darker green. Absolutely riveting, so it is. Sauron's forces, pretty decent chance. All that stuff that they recorded, I think, at a sports match in New Zealand. They brought, what's his name? Peter Jackson out, and he was like, "Hello, everyone. Please chant this." That's my Peter Jackson impersonation, apparently. So there we go. Will says, "Give It Up" really got into the public consciousness about this time last year with songs about the dead queen, to be honest. Yeah, Lizzie's in a box, Lizzie's in a box. Yeah, it was pretty wild, wasn't it? Guys, it already been a year. Gosh. I will say, I thought they'd be quicker off the mark to change the money. I was like, oh, they'll recall all the cash and put out new. Nope, they're just going to do it gradually, aren't they? They're just going to slowly retire the notes and coins with the Queen's face on, basically on the same schedule they already had, and then we'll have new ones with the fucking king on them. So that'll be interesting anyway. Right, there that goes. Done a bit of pin washing there. Aberrated says, "I saw a Charles 50p for the first time today. I am so sorry, Aberrated." Right, brush change. So we're done with like our finest highlight brush, and I actually need to change the music because I finished this album. But then I'll get back to you about the about the brush. What should we go for? A small brush, certainly. But what? Let's you know what? We're going to go back to our brand new Citadel Color Small Synthetic Layer Brush. Actually, no. We're going to go to the same brush, but the older one. The TY Babes. We're about to go in with like our base color, Auric Flesh, and sort of tidy up around the shade that we've done. But then we're going to start mixing in like this other color, which is Ogre and Camo. And then we want to do sort of broad strokes and then get smaller. So it makes sense for us to have a slightly bigger brush tip at the minute. Titan Uranus says, "Is it true that you call them chuck bucks?" Not in my vicinity, if anyone knows what's good for them. We don't make cutesy names for fucking unelected parasites. That's why I refuse to refer to Boris Johnson solely as Boris. He's not my friend. He's not my friend. Anyway, right. So back in we go. This is going to be a really riveting watch for you lot because at this resolution with this camera, it's just going to look like I'm painting this model the same color it was. So enjoy that. I'm just tidying up these edges a little bit where they need it. Ooh, Chaos says, "Found a whole bag of gummy worms in my bag I'd forgotten I bought." That is a result. That's fantastic. I wish you joy of the worm. Okay, there we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. Nice, which says joy of the worm is what I call, etc. Very good. Not your bust, but I think you knew that, which is why you sort of just ran it in and then moved on. I still haven't checked out Dave the Diver since the content update, but I dare say we're due a return to that game. I've been playing it a tiny bit in my own time, but yeah, it'd be nice to check out the new stuff like crabbing. Because crabbing seems like, I mean, I've gone crabbing a few times. It's great fun. You're just exploiting the tenacity of a crab. It's holding onto a bit of bacon or whatever, and you slowly start pulling it up, and it's like, I'm not going to let go, actually. It's great. I'm sure whatever's up there that's slowly pulling me up is fine. It's giving me bacon. It's not going to want to hurt me. I've always thrown the crabs back, for the record. I've not kept them or harmed them. Okay, when I was a teenager, I nudged one back into the water with my foot, and a leg came off, and I felt quite bad about that. But apart from that, I've never harmed a crab while crabbing. Hugh says, damn, I haven't been crabbing in years. Nostalgic now. It's brilliant. I once went crabbing with my partner, and we were chucking them straight back. We did have a bucket, but we were chucking them straight back, except for the third time we caught the same crab, which had distinctive markings and only one claw. And we were like, listen, buddy, we're just going to keep you up here with us until we're done. Because otherwise, we're just going to keep doing this, and all the other crabs are going to start making fun of you. And that's what we did. Story over. Call Me Mug says, is Johnny really quiet, or is it just me? How is everyone feeling about it? Urasmith says, any more Halloween plans, Johnny? My GM is running an Aliens/Star Get game he made the system for us on Friday. He made the system on Friday for us. Looking forward to space horror fun. It is a little bit quiet, apparently. Okay. I'll let's crank it. But at last. Me getting louder. There I go. Hopefully that's worked. That's probably overdone it now. Here we go. That should be louder, and if it isn't, oops. Okie dokie. Right. That's enough of that. It's time to move on to our next colour. Which is 70% our base colour, Auric Flesh, and 30% Ogren Camo. Titan Uranus says, sound is Finn now for me. I can't speak Finnish, Titan. You want to adjust your settings. Hoo-hoo! Dreadful. Anyway. Really minor thing, but they've added an edit function to WhatsApp so you can go in and fix your typos, which to me is antithetical to the whole concept of WhatsApp. Because the whole point of WhatsApp is jumping on someone who's made a typo and turning it into a running joke that lasts for years. That's the only reason to be on WhatsApp. I mean, the reason the Blood Bowl League is called the Hot Bobs League is because Autocorrect did my friend really dirty when he tries to talk about Joy-Cons for the Switch. So, you know. Mark Kerwan is way ahead of the curve. With that, there'd be no hot bobs. Exactly. Exactly. Then where would we be? Be called something really obvious, like Wicked Cool Blood Bowl League. Maybe we should rename and rebrand for Season 4. We shan't. Honey, are you sure? It feels like a million years since I've painted. Sorry, I was asked what my Halloween plans are. I mean, so this weekend is pretty roleplay heavy for me. I'm going to MCM Comic Con in London's XL Centre on Friday. I will be taking part in a panel called The Biggest Names in UK Tabletop, which is very flattering. I'll be playing Dungeons and Dragons with such people as, well, Mark Humes is going to be DMing, and then there's going to be Jess Jewell, Jess William Cartwright, Liv Hill from Dicebreaker, Jess Jewell from Questing Time. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then on Saturday, I am going to be running the Halloween Ox Venture. We're also doing a signing earlier on in the day, so that would be good fun. But I actually have parties to attend on Friday and Saturday, which means I'm going to be running the Ox Venture with drastically different facial hair on the Saturday because my costume requires me to do a little bit of shaving of my beard, which is weird because I've had a full beard for the last 11 years. So we'll see how that goes. Some guy on YouTube says, do you prefer to GM games or to play? I genuinely don't know anymore. I love both, but I don't know. Will says, Johnny, are you doing Max Payne this year? No, I'm not. Have I not told you all what I'm doing? Interesting. I think I'm going to keep it a surprise. Just because I think it's going to be really funny when the photos go out. Gomez Adams. I could do Gomez Adams. Gav Murphy from RKG did a brilliant Gomez Adams last year. My God. Nice, which says, please drop some hints. All right, you can have one hint, which will basically give the whole thing away. There you go. It's going to be good. Yes, fucking way. It's happening, all right. Hugh says, is that not still Gomez Adams? Well, never know. Christopher Fiore says, we've all seen clean-shaven young Gears of War 2, Johnny. Heh. I mean, I was 19 when that video was taken, so it's safe to say things have changed a fair bit. But there we go. Layering up the skin really slowly. Blue Deck says, are you going yellow rubber gloves for the costume or no gloves? Yellow rubber gloves. Absolutely. Although that's going to get quite sweaty. But hand tattoos don't really go, so, you know, got to cover them up. Ooh. Oh my god, Adam says, I hope we only have the one shoe as I did for my entire day one. Oh my god, I think I might have to do that. God damn it. No, well, I'm not going to deal with the tree. It's just before then. Duck's piloting a put your trousers in a tree on the way to the party. Oh my god. Duck's piloting a Mech Duck has done a super chat saying, hope you're doing well, Johnny. Can't wait to see you this weekend at MCM. Hooray! My Sith that was a hooray from me. My Sith cosplay is ready and even bought a new lightsaber for it, brackets Darth Maul, that can split into two and can also be any colour. God damn, that sounds amazing. Sounds like a high-end lightsaber. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I look forward to it. I am... Feels like ages since we've done a live Oxventure, so it'll be nice to do it. Also feels like ages since we've done Oxventure, because, you know, we've been doing that Deadlands thing, so... Frank says, what time are you doing the thing at the con? So, Friday, the game is 4 p.m. I should really know this, shouldn't I? Hang on. So, 4:30 Saturday at the centre stage. That's when we're doing the Oxventure. And the biggest names in UK TTRPG is 4 p.m. on the centre stage on Friday. So there you go. Bit of fun. Right. Yes, more paint. That's how this all works. Ooh. Sorry, my arms are a bit stiff. Right. So it's the same two colours, but we're changing the ratio of Ogre and Camo to Auric Flesh. Just trying to increase this one, and then we're going to paint it in smaller layers to build up the colour, yada yada yada. You know how this stuff works. Is that lighter? Yes, it is. Okay, good. Oh. What about you lot? What are your Halloween plans? Any costumes in the mix? Are you having a quiet one? If you're staying at home, are you going to turn the lights off and hide from any marauding children who want sweets? Or are you going to be giving them out? Or what are we saying? I'm going to lift this up a tiny bit. There we go, that's more comfortable. And hopefully gives you a better view. There's too much paint on that brush, isn't it? Josh Snell says, I watch the original Ghostbusters each Halloween with a big bowl of popcorn. Yes, please. Popcorn's fucking phenomenal. I love it. Oh, Defect says, a nightmare before Christmas with the kids at home, always on Halloween and Christmas. Very nice. Chaos says, if I can be bothered to get my horrible mask finished, I'll go out, otherwise work then bed. What's the mask, please? If you're willing to spoil the surprise. Colin Laster has done a super chat saying, big thank you, Johnny, for keeping me sane the past 2 months. Partner was in the hospital, and VOD/PAC kept my spirits up and distracted from the worry. I'm very, very glad to have been of assistance, and I'm hoping that things are looking brighter now, and that your partner's on the road to recovery. That must have been a very scary time. So lots of love to you. I hope you're being very kind to yourself, because you could probably do with a rest, I wager. But yeah, I'm really, really glad that the stuff I make came in handy. It's honestly the greatest, like, privilege / the best bit about my job, that people use it for comfort watches. It means an awful lot. I know from personal experience how important having that thing you watch when you need a bit of comfort is, and it honestly, like, cooks my noodle a little bit. It blows my mind that I can be that person for some people. Like, it's really nice, and it's not false modesty. It's just like it will never not be amazing and humbling and lovely. So yeah, lots of love to you, Colin. Yeah, I hope everything is relatively okay and that things get back to some semblance of normality ASAP. And thank you for the super chat. It's really kind. Stop the clocks, everyone. I've been painting for 47 minutes, and I need to say it now. Oh, it's nice to be painting. There it is. Every single painting stream. I've not been painting in ages, so this is it's nice to be using a brush again, and actually starting to feel the benefit. I'll be honest, like a lot of people, when my mental health is bad, I can't focus on my hobbies at all. So at the minute, I'm not really playing any video games. I'm not painting. Not really playing any tabletop games with friends, apart from like Blood Bowl. But I've only got one game to fit in before the playoffs. I'm not doing anything. I'm not even like reading or cooking. I'm just sort of existing, and have been for quite a while. So to find myself with a brush in hand, not just instantly freaking out and giving up, is a very nice feeling. Thanks for being here, for it, during it, amongst it. Right, that feels like a pretty decent layer. Let's compare it to the one I haven't done yet. Yeah, look, you can see a difference there, can't you? Of course you can. So we'll keep going, and then we're going to add more of the ogre and camo and do it in a smaller area, etc., etc. Oh, Josh Warrior has done a super chat saying, almost forgot, here's a donation to the Watson Fund on behalf of my boyfriend. He fell in love with her as soon as I introduced him to your content. Cheers. Thank you very much. That's very, very nice. I will get Watson something in order to spoil her rotten. She's being a very good girl at the minute. She's just like in a really nice, having fun, being cuddly sort of mode, which is great. You know, because like, she's a staffy. She's a dog. She's a creature that experiences emotions. Sometimes she can be a bit sulky or a little bit stubborn or whatever. At the minute, she's just like really easy breezy. She's like, oh, we're going out? Brilliant. Life's wonderful. She went for a walk yesterday with Monk, or Googly-Eyed Widget Skull. Or just Googly-Eyed Skull, sorry. And we walked her for like 2 hours, and she ran herself silly with a tennis ball and was just a delight in general. So, good time to be Watson. Wizzy McWizzyton Says, is Johnny's keyboard custom made? It's awesome. No, it isn't. It's from Gamma K, Gamakay. I'm not affiliated with them. They just do good keyboards. And that is, it's like, I can't remember the base board, but then I bought their bento keycaps. So like the control button here is like a bowl of ramen. It's very sweet, but they also do, and I honestly cannot believe I haven't double dipped and bought another expensive keyboard, but they do Lord of the Rings keycaps. They've done like Dwarven rune ones. They've done like Elven ones. They've done like Sauron theme ones. They did one set where the volume buttons were the Horn of Gondor. So it was volume up, volume down with the Horn of Gondor at various intensities of blowing, and the mute button was it cut in half. Just so every time you need to mute your headphones, you can remember the death of Boromir, son of Denethor. Absolutely wild. Oh, Monk says, Watson nearly made me cry her face when I walked off, though. Yeah, Monk and I said bye, and Monk walked off, and Watson was there like, where are you going? And she kept looking for Monk as we walked home. Which is, yeah, heartbreaking. Easier when you're the one taking the dog home, definitely. But yeah, never easy to see. Robin Tweety says, did you find Boromir's horn ever from that stream long ago? I think so. Yeah, the one I dropped. I'm pretty sure it turned up. I don't know. Some guy on YouTube says, well, Johnny and Skelly's, I have to go. Catch you all in the VOD. I will see you there, some guy on YouTube. In fact, if you're watching this in the VOD right now, hello again. I hope the time that elapsed between then and now was enjoyable and that you had a nice time and that you're having a nice time again. Now you're back. Speaking of Watson, I don't imagine that will have been audible on the microphone, but she just went like and did like a big, she does this really weird noise when she stretches and is getting comfortable. She just did it, so I think she's just repositioned herself on, I'm assuming, the bed where she's lying down. Had a bit of a stretch, got comfy again. All right, it's time to whack some more camo in the mix. Speaking of things in the mix, I've actually deleted TikTok off my phone because it was taking up too much of my free time. I was just poking the button and then sitting there just watching for hours. But there is an account where a young man with a set of DJ decks mixes Soldier Boy with songs that don't need it in there, and it's the same joke every time, but it's very, very funny. He's there like twisting all the knobs and like winding the deck back and like just like jamming out, and it will be playing something like Nothing Compares. And be like, nothing compares to, and then obviously goes you, and then just starts like dancing to Soldier Boy, and it's the same joke every time, and it's never not funny. I very much enjoy it. But like I say, TikTok was becoming a problem for me, so I had to delete it. Had to get rid. So. You bing, bing, bing. Wizzy McWizzyton says, please send us a link. Hold on. What was I doing? Finding you the link. Oh, there you go. Boink. Right, there we go. Righty-ho, we go again, but with a smaller surface area this time. In fact, is it time for a brush change? I think it might be soon. So I'm starting to get more selective with the areas we're painting. You know what I'm up to. You get it. You understand. It'd be nice to have this team done. I'm excited because then I can start sort of really thinking about next season. Although there's plenty of season left in Blood Bowl. I'm currently second in the league. I'm tied on points, but I'm behind on tiebreakers. But the person who is first and I both have one game left to play. So we'll see who comes out on top then. We're not against each other, but still. Look at that. Right. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, no, sorry. It's all good. Been a while since we've had one of those. There we go. That's my neighbour picking up a couple of parcels. There we go. Yeah, I need a smaller brush for the next layer because I'm getting a little bit slapdash with this. But yeah, mark your bingo cards, everybody. I'll be honest with you, I knew that one was happening. My neighbour was like, "Is it alright if I come pick up those parcels?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm streaming, but go for it." And he said, "No, it's fine." And I said, "No, really. Chat really likes it when the doorbell goes. So that one's for you." Nice, which says, this is such a great day. I got free falafel. Johnny's door went. Tell us about the free falafel, please, Sarah. That sounds very good. I mean, falafel's fucking delicious. Falafel, halloumi, some jalapenos in there, hot chili sauce, in a wrap. Oh, just divine, really, isn't it? Right, so that's that one. We've got to do the next one. This is all looking very flat to me still. No, apparently it's exactly on track. I think I always do this. I'm always like, I think I just don't like my paint scheme. It's fine. It's fine. Will says, gonna out myself as a heel again, but I think falafel is rubbish, so I'm glad that other people who like it get to have it instead of me. Fair enough. It's not for everyone. Is it a texture thing, or... Nice, which says there's a regular customer at my shop who owns a super nice Lebanese place across the road, and when he'd come in, he heard me whinging about being hungry, so ran over to his shop and ran back with free falafel for me. That is absolutely superb. What a legend. Just absolutely delightful behaviour. I also really like it when businesses show like local solidarity with one another. Like, I know you don't work for like a small independent retailer or anything, but that was for you, not for the company you work for, and I think that's fucking great. Weekend Minis has done a super chat saying, "Good morning, Johnny and all you LSPs. This is my bid to make the song Skeleton Inside by the Aquabats the official LSP theme song of 2023. Interesting. Well, I'm pretty sure The album I'm listening to in my headphones is just finished, so I'm going to listen to it and then we will see. We'll bloody see about that, won't we? Alright, these are starting to look more in line with how the rest of the team looks. It's not my best painting ever, but that's alright. I am really excited to push myself with a particular piece I've bought. It's a diorama from Lord of the Rings. It's the get off the road bit where all the hobbits are hiding from a ring wraith, and I'm going to try and paint it like it's a fucking competition piece. I'm really excited. What was I doing? Going to listen to a song. Okay. Oh, nice. Emma Benton, excuse me, says, are we going to do another Skelly Pals Do Halloween playlist? That was always fun. No pressure if we aren't, though. Yeah, sure, we can do that. Okay, that one I don't know about. This one's news to me. Okay. Skeleton Inside by the Aquabats. Watson! Weird. What was I doing? Oh, this is an interesting one. Okay. Right. LSPs do Halloween 2023. One song each, please. Okay, so. Invite collaborators. Will says, don't worry if you don't get the genre, Johnny. You'll soon pick it up. Magnificent. Right, there's a Spotify link. Add one song a piece, please. No more than that. This song is fairly wild. Will says, what sort of Halloween vibes are we wanting? Go wild. Go wild. Because to be honest with you, how many people are watching right now? Oh, 85. When 85 people start smashing songs into a playlist, it's never going to be a consistent vibe, is it? Those are some low viewing figures. Normally get more than that tuning in. Suppose you know what? I reckon everyone's watching the Eurogamer Hallow stream, which is a good cause. It's for a good cause, so you won't hear me complaining. The Trussell Trust is a phenomenal charity, and they deserve all of the money. Right. Scott Perkins says, last time it was just all of them. All of the vibes. It really was. I'm going to add my one song. There you go. Boom, done. Okay, so we're sort of changing brush. Basically, babes, we're coming back around to a synthetic small layer color brush from Citadel, but this is a new one, so it's got like a better tip. That's it. Yeah, apologise if anyone doesn't have Spotify. I kind of forget that people use other services like Apple Music. Just because I've used Spotify for so bloody long. Necromancing Dancing by Bear Ghost has just popped in. That certainly sounds Halloweenish. I've thinned this paint quite a lot. But that's okay, we can just do layers. You like doing those, Johnny. You like layering paint. I feel like I've forgotten so much about hobbying. I think I said this before. I was painting a while ago, and I was like, oh my god, look at that detail, it's tiny, I'll never be able to paint that, and then I just would. And it was like, oh yeah, my hands remember how to do this. Which is good fun. I'll let the playlist build up a bit before I stick it on in my own ears, I think. Okay. But hey, Blood Bowl miniatures never need to be like competition standard because they get chucked about on the table more than I think any other game from Games Workshop. More just a point of personal pride, really, that I put effort in. Batty Wrongleg says, do you need premium to contribute? I don't think so. I don't know. It's a good question. I'm not sure. But I'd suspect not. Yeah, we're starting to see a difference develop, I think. I don't know. Probably. Why does that look so different? Oh, I've gone... Okay, I'm slightly... Okay, these ones are going to be quite a lot lighter. That's alright. That's alright. Oh, no, they're okay. It's fine. It's not that big of a discrepancy. Just Manbun says, do the songs have to be Halloweeny? I mean, Halloween is what we're going for, yeah. So they don't have to be like, here's a song about Halloween. But it needs to fit the theme of Halloween, you know? Don't worry, Emma. I am well aware of your Spotify username and your wonderful willingness to add songs on behalf of other people. I love and support it. And I appreciate you. Okay. Nice, which says, I'm pretty sure I banged on about it last year too, but I've added the greatest and most underrated Halloween song, Dracula's Tango. It is a banger. And yes, you have absolutely introduced me to that song. I love it. Dracula, la la, I'm a sucker for your love. I mean, come on. Because that was gonna be because in Blood Bowl we pick a team song for our team each season, and I was gonna run Vamps and then I didn't, and I was gonna use Dracula's Tango. Trying to be really quite selective now. I feel like maybe I went too broad with the brushstrokes earlier, but fuck it, we work with what we have. Oops. Neat. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing that thing where I'm concentrating on the painting, so my ability to string a sentence together goes somewhat out the window. I like to think it's more of, like a really chill vibe than someone simply failing to do two things at once. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, we're getting there. Starting to see a smooth blend. It looks very flat on the camera, but I don't hate it in real life, which I guess is the way round you'd want it, isn't it? Neato. Grave Lord. Wizzy McWizzyton says, just a thought, do edible paints exist? Technically all paint is edible. It's just how ill you're going to be afterwards. For example, if you eat like Humbrol paints, like the enamel stuff, you're going to be very ill. You're going to be very ill. There you go. Titan Uranus says all paint is edible, but most of it not sustainably so. Exactly. Précisément. Right. This is the last coat I'm going to do that's blending these two colours. And then I'm just going to hit it with straight up Ogrin camo in a very small area. And the eccentric lefty says, no, Johnny, you shouldn't say that. It's technically, I'm not advising it. Do not eat your paints. Or drink them like a fine, forbidden soup. That, for all you know, is the greatest thing anyone's ever tasted. Don't. I'm not endorsing cracking open an ice cold pot of Citadel or Vallejo paint and just chugging that sucker, just throwing it back. or heating it lovingly on the stove, putting it into a tureen and serving it to all of your friends and family. Like, don't do it. Absolutely do not dab coquettishly at your mouth with a napkin between spoonfuls of acrylic model paint. Okay? Just don't do it. Do not pair a steaming bowl of Imperial Fist with a handful of garlic croutons. I think I discouraged some people there anyway. Okay. Levi Coffee says, pale sand bisque. Who doesn't love a bit of pale sand bisque? Don't eat it. Not in a bread bowl. Not in a normal bowl with all of those fun oyster crackers that you get to crumble in there. Don't do it. I'll be very sad. And jealous. Sad. I mean, just sad. Just sad and concerned. For legal purposes, all of that was a bit. I was doing a bit. Ordinarily, I don't highlight these things too much, but in the past, some people have had difficulty recognizing when I am doing a bit, so that was a bit. Thank you. Addy, are you okay? Is in chat. Hello. Says, hey, legends. Meanwhile, Nicerich says, extremely Daniel Day-Lewis voice, I drink your paint water. I drink it up. If you have some paint water, and I have some paint water, and I have a straw, that's it. There it is. And my straw reaches across the hobby room and into your paint water. I drink your paint water. Good film. Good film, in fairness. In my my younger days, when I was well, about as immature as I am now, but I had a housemate, and occasionally I would do the if you have a milkshake and I have a milkshake bit, but then I would stick my finger out in front of my crotch and go, and I have a penis. That's it. There it is, and then just sort of waddle towards him like a duck. He didn't enjoy it. He didn't like it. As I bellowed, I fuck your milkshake. I fuck it up. We have fun anyway. Stupid stiff arms. Batty Wrongleg says, like a duck following and I have a penis is, zoologically speaking, horrifying. Yes, indeed. Corio Malem says, is Johnny okay? Historically, no, Corio. Decidedly not, actually. If you have a milkshake, and I have a milkshake, And I have a penis. That's it. There it is. It's just a good bit. Doot. Right. Okie dokie. Oh, I might have missed a super chat. Thank you for the heads up. Weekend minis. 1 sec. Sad Boy Canmer has done a super chat saying, taking a break from renovation of this old home to watch this stream with a steaming hot bowl of lead paint flakes I scraped off the walls. Oh no! Oh well, at least the melting point was low. You know, you don't have to like, because you know how boiling can impair the flavour. Lead paint just liquefies quite early doors, so you can just sort of warm it up, can't you? I hope you're okay anyway. Oh dear. Wizzy McWizzyton says, I hate to be sentimental, oh what the hell I don't, but thank you so much LSPs and Johnny. I recently became an adult and without your support I don't think I'd be here now. Thank you so much. Well, it's lovely to have you around, Wizzy. And congrats on becoming an adult. It's a lot. But like very much glad you are here. It's lovely having you as part of the community and just knowing you're around in general. So yeah, big love. Right. Blue Deck says, get in touch with your ancestors and become full of lead. I mean, people, like, what is it? I think the cut-off point is roughly around 1997. So if anyone was born pre-1997, like, oh, you got lead in you. Don't worry. You absolutely have. Of course, now everyone's got microplastics in them as well. But, like, oh, yeah. I mean, like, older generations, like the baby boomers, they've got more lead in them than, you know, say like millennials will. But, oh, we're not immune. There's some lead in here somewhere, baby. That's the wrong end of the brush. That's the end we need. Right. Now that, my friends, is pure, unadulterated Ogrin camo. We're going to use this very selectively. Sadboy Kenma says, don't worry, I'm certified to work with lead paint removal, so I know what I'm doing. Phew. Because you don't want to ruin the flavour. Christ. So we're gonna switch back to our Lethal Shadows Gaming 5/0 reusable brush, because it's just good for highlights. So I'll water down this paint a bit. Right, then we're just going to get in and really, I said really subtly, but maybe not that fucking subtly. Apparently really fucking subtly. Get some paint on here. Oh, actually, no, it's quite good. I liked that. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just going to highlight. I'm just going to highlight. That's all we're doing. Oh, criminy. What time is it? 5:25. Well, in 5 minutes we shall have ourselves a break, won't we? Yes, we will. I wish I could stream until 8 today, but I am unable to. I have some business to which I must attend. So we'll have a 5-minute break in about 5 minutes. I'm going back and forth quite violently on this skin and this model in general as to whether or not it looks any good, which is a classic part of the creative process, isn't it? Because my brain's like, am I rusty, or has it always been bad? Have I always been bad? Did I make poor choices with these colours, etc., etc.? But you know what? I'm going to really enjoy it when they're on the table and I'm losing quite badly in Season 4 of the Hot Bobs League. So that's my end goal. That's all I need to concentrate on. Really? Really got to get a move on with this team, actually, because I'm going to start... Well, the season starts in Feb, so I've got a while. But I've got to finish up my team for the Christmas tournament. Because last Christmas, we did a tournament, and we did Secret Sand Talk, as we do each year. And somebody gave me some old school dwarf models, and I vowed then and there that I would paint them up and use them in next year's tournament, so my team could be called Last Christmas You Gave Me Some Dwarves. And by Jove, I'll see it done all right. Fuck, what bit was I painting? Oh, God. Well, it wasn't that bit, but I will paint that bit. Wasn't that bit either. Oh well. If I can't remember, it clearly wasn't like mega important. Emma Benton says, "Last Christmas I gave you my heart." Sorry, it's all I hear anytime someone says that phrase. Well, that's the gag, Emma. That's what I'm aiming for with that one. You absolutely nailed it, my friend. Right, there we go. There's that one. Yeah, we're doing all right with these. Okay, good. Right, you know what? Let's have a 5-minute break. 5 to 7 minutes. During which time I am going to go get some water. Maybe go to the toilet. Who knows? The world's my oyster for the next 5 to 7 minutes, and it's also yours. So if there's anything you need to do, like have a stretch or have a wander around or go put a jumper on or, cool off if you're too warm or, get some food on board if you need to, hydrate, whatever it is, go do it. And then we'll come back and we'll do some more painting. If you're not going anywhere, there's going to be some smooth jazz and a picture of my dog, so enjoy that. And I will catch you very soon. So, yeah, be right back. Hello, everyone. Hope you're okay. How was your break? I put some laundry on, actually. So that's a bit of fun. If you're into that sort of thing. And then, let's get back to painting, shall we? Right. Okay. Oh, Jack Wood's in chat. Hey, Jack. How you doing? It's good to see you, buddy. Been a while, feels like. That's my fault rather than yours, but... Right. Let's go back to doing these sort of fine highlights. Finer highlights, anyway. Yeah, no. Lucas says, break was good. I ate some cheese cubes and shared a fun animal fact. Yes! Mark Cohen says, no, let's all blame Jack. All right. God damn it, Jack. Can't believe you're somehow cosmically responsible for my period of poor mental health. Oh, we have fun, don't we? Ooh, right. Start picking some of this shit out. Hugh says we would have fun, but Jack won't turn off the cosmic bad vibes device this week. Emma Benton says, just blame Mercury, that's what I do. Yeah, fair enough. In fairness, yeah, if the cosmic bad vibes device is Mercury, can't really blame Jack for not being able to turn that off. Jack is many things. A nice person, an excellent painter, but a planet-destroying force. As far as I'm aware, Jack is not. They've sort of been putting their energies elsewhere. So, can't believe I'm now jumping to defend Jack, but it's not Jack's fault. Right. Hooey. Whiskey, won't you let me go? Jackwood says, I am but a humble theatre technician. Planetary obliteration is above my pay grade. Fair. If you could destroy one planet, though, which one would it be? In before everyone types Earth. Because I can feel... I won't name names, but I can feel at least 4 of you already reaching out for those fucking EARTH keys. But you can just yeah, there it is, Colin Laster. Boom. Straight in there. Jack Wood says Jupiter, it's too fucking big. There you go. Emma Benton says instead of destroying one, I would reinstate Pluto. That's quite sweet, really. Oh, there you go, actually. If you could destroy any, like, we'll call it sort of planetary body, you could destroy the thing, whatever it's, I can't remember the name of it, but the object that is in a kind of like that basically affects the orbit of Pluto. So the reason Pluto was declassified as a planet is because it wasn't just the only the sun wasn't the only thing affecting the orbit of Pluto. So, you know, in order to be a planet, it has to just go around the sun, right? But the thing is, Pluto's orbit was in a basically a reciprocal orbit. It still is with something else. So it's kind of doing this while it's also orbiting the sun. It doesn't have it's called clearing the area, and it's like gravitational dominance, basically. Baddy Wrongleg says it's more that it doesn't have the mass to clear its own orbit. Oh, interesting. But I reckon if you destroyed the other thing, you could make an argument. You can make an argument to say, give Pluto planetary status back, please. There's a Jonathan Coulton song about it called I'm Your Moon. And it's, I'm your moon, you're my moon, we go round and round. And it's about Pluto, which is nice. Lucas says Pluto deserved better. Tell you who else deserved better. Pluto the dog. Why is Pluto the dog living in a doghouse being owned by Goofy, a different dog? Why is that? Tell me how that's fair. Hey? For years, I was convinced Goofy was a goat because of his ears and his teeth and the fact that he had a dog. I was like, well, he can't be a dog. He's got a dog. But apparently Goofy's a dog. Gosh. I still hate that prick, if anyone was wondering. Still hate him. Justice for Pluto. Both of them. Justice for Plutos. You know? That's all I have to say on the topic. Okay. That's alright. That's looking okay. What we are going to do is go in with a very, very very small, thin highlight of Creek Khaki. Just on like the corners of the bits and stuff. Tony Ryan says Pluto is Mickey's dog, though. I distinctly remember there being cartoons where Goofy had Mickey. Goofy had fucking Pluto. Anyway. Nice Which says, Johnny, did you ever watch a Goofy movie? No. Never liked Goofy, so never watched it. Right, I'm just going to do very small highlights now. Like on that vein. Can you hear Luna in the background by any chance? Bemoaning the state of her existence. on, you. Okay, there we go. Wizzy McWiston says, does the figure have a name? No, I never name my Blood Bowl players until I've played a game with them, because I feel like I have to meet them first. I'm also not sure what sort of names to give this lot, because the Imperial Nobility in Blood Bowl, or, you know, there's sort of like names like Otto von something something, and then Orcs don't have those kinds of names. And I'm like, do I go for Orcish names, or like nobility names, or Orcish takes on nobility names, or puns? I don't know, but it's very important. So I'm having to think about it. And like I say, I need to meet the team first. So, yeah, not naming them yet. We shall see. Wizzy McWiston says, name it Pluto. No, I shall not. Because it will fucking remind me of Goofy. And I hate that fucking guy. There we go. Fucking Goofy. Still haven't calmed down from when I played Disney Dreamlight Valley. Gorsh! Shut up. I get to learn to fish, but I have to spend time with Goofy. I think I'll starve, actually. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's have a look at this skin. Let's compare it to some of the finished ones. Yeah, it's about on par. It's not my best work, but it'll do. Yep, fine. All right, let's move on to the highlights. Or rather, the smaller, finer details. Nice, nice, nice. Wizzy McWiston says, can I ask, if it isn't too rude, where did the despising Goofy thing, where did it come about? I've never liked him. And just sort of, I've grown increasingly resentful of him as time's gone on. It's not rational, it's just, I just fucking hate that guy. Hate him. He's always just like palling around. And I think, like, what I've seen and experienced of Kingdom Hearts, like, I just really resent his being there. It's like, could you just fucking stop for a minute, Goofy? Could you? Could you please? Emma Blast has got my first session of an improv class tonight. I'm equal parts excited and nervous. Going to be cool. Yes, and I'm sure you'll be great. Have a great time, Emma. That's it's a bold thing to be doing. Improv comedy scares the shit out of a lot of people. So nerves, I think, are very, very much understandable at this point. But the most important thing is you're going to be there to have fun and to, share a fun exercise with some other people. So go absolutely smash it. I hope you have a lovely, lovely time. Okay. I want to go back in with some pale sand on here because we love it, but also because it's a bit patchy on this shoulder pad in particular. Then I need to do the metals on the front of the helmet and the, well, just the front of the helmet really. Okay, we're getting there with these. Let's do the bow there. Bit more pale sand on the shoulder pads. Have I even bothered? Not really. Okay, alright. Oh no, I did do a bit of a highlight on the trousers. Okay, well then. Cool. Good, good, good. What was I doing? Painting. But, oh, that's right, the metals. Good. That's encouraging, isn't it? Love having no short-term memory. It's really good fun. It's just great. There she is. There's pale sand. You know how you love her. Right. Bit of the old-fashioned metal paint. Probably need to shade this metal, to be honest. Yep. Josh Warrior says, I depart to make soup. I return shortly. Quick soup. Bloody hell. Have fun, Josh. I hope it's delicious. And for legal purposes, I hope there's no paint in it. Oh, I need to tidy that shit up. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's some haze from super glue where this guy's head came off. Bit of fun. Love to see it. Okay. Nice, which on the other hand says, I hope there is paint in it. So there you go. That's you told. Right, we need a lighter purple, I think. Hello everyone, welcome to Non-Binary Person Looks Through a Box of Paints. Found it! Short F, I'm afraid. Oh. There we go. Ooh. Fell off my bike a week ago and jarred my thumb. It still hurts a tiny bit, which is fun. Nothing broken, just a bit sprained, but it's just a bit tedious, really. Tegan Evans says Minnesota, which I really thought was you saying Minnesota in an accent. Minnesota. God, that's a lazy fucking paint job, Johnny. That's a bit better. There we go. Oh yeah, the leathers as well. We should layer those up. It's like I've completely forgotten how to paint. It's quite tedious. Anyway. Minnesota, Minnesota. Nice, nice, nice. Oops. So hey, the Astros are out. That makes me very happy. Sorry, I just remembered and it made me happy, so I thought I'd say it again. Well, I'll just say it, rather. I haven't said it before. So what's everyone else got planned for the rest of the week, eh? What you up to? Things are calming down for me after this week, and I'm very pleased about it. I'm going to try and have a very quiet November. I'm referring to the project as Quiet November to really kind of hammer it home as a concept. I just need a bit more time to focus on sleep and work and just everything, really. Could just do with everything being a little bit less for a month. That's the plan, anyway. We'll see if it actually comes off. Bloody hell, the Forgotten Storyteller says, work, DMing D&D, 3 dance events. A pretty full week overall. Sounds like it. Addy, are you okay? Says, D&D tomorrow evening. We're fighting a gnome god. That sounds interesting. That sounds hilarious, actually. Well, unless it isn't, in which case, uh-oh. I'm just going to fucking grime up a bit of that metal. Yeah, that'll work. Jack Wood says, painting when I can. Tech for Panto starts next week, and I'm bracing for impact. Bloody hell, yeah, it must be busy old time for you, I'm sure. Nice, okay. Okay. Welcome back to Non-Binary Person Looks Through a Box of Paints Looking for a Paint. Today, where's the Rhinox hide? It's one of those ones I can never fucking find when I'm looking for it, so this should be a good app. That's not it. That's not it. Told you. Decent one, this app. Oh! No. That's dryad bark. Close, but really not close at all. Fuck's sake. Dryad. No, Rhinox hide. Found it. Got it. Good one, that. I liked it. There are twists and turns and all sorts. Is this the right paint? Yes, it is. Okay, good. It was an alright one, wasn't it? Okie dokie. Okay. I'll be honest with you, I'm sort of phoning in the rest of this paint job. But, you know what? It's the overall effect of the team that I think will be the fun bit, not the quality of the paint job, especially the way I'm going. So I think that's okay. I think that's all right. Right. Give it a bit of that. Paint this ribbon a nice light purple, I think. It's just a bit of fun, just a bit different, isn't it? There we go. Yep, there we go. And then finally time for pale sand. Monk says, Rhinox not on the desk at all times? How odd. I know, I should fucking nail it to my desk because it goes missing all the bloody time. But yeah. Right. Ow. You know that thing where your thumbnail pulls away ever so slightly from the skin that you sometimes get if you cut your nails too short? It's just happened on my thumb and I don't know why and it hurts. I have a boo-boo. I have an owie. Pale sand. Da-na-na-na-na-na, pale sand. Okay. Addy says, I have to go find / fix some dinner. Have a great rest of the stream, you lovely, lovely people. Take care, Addy. It was very nice to see you, as ever. I hope dinner is delicious. Oopsie. Oh, shit. Flood it with water. Flood it with water. Right. Watered this paint down a touch too much, but that's okay. That's fine. Right. I'm going to take a bit of this pale sand and whack it into the... Oh dear, that's too much. Well, I've done it now. So that's going to be the highlight colour. Just going to do a cheeky little tiny highlight on the edges of this ribbon. Ought to be using a smaller brush, but like I say, I've started phoning this in, haven't I? It'll do. It'll do. Right. Just got to do a bit of work on the leather, and then these two are done, really, which is nice. We can get started on the other three. Just start laying down base colours, which is good, because I'm starting to get a bit slapdash. Blood Reaver Flesh. Titan Uranus says, I've got to go to the cinema, lest I be late. Have a good stream, and see you at VOD. Take care, Titan Uranus. I hope you have a lovely time at the cinema, whatever it is you're seeing. Okay. sort of messily slap it on there because I'm going to go in with a lighter colour still, just to kind of give it a sort of uneven aged look. That's the idea anyway. See if we can pull it off. Cool. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. And then we'll go to a lighter brown after that. Nice, nice, nice. Don't know if you can hear Scout in the background there, but she's hungry, so she's making her opinions on the topic very, very obvious. Because that's what she's like. An insistent cat. Okay, babes, we're getting rid of the Citadel small layer brush, and we're moving to this 3.0 Rosemary and Co. Kolinsky sable brush. It's got quite fine tips. It's pretty good for like small details. Okay, great. Patina, you've got to see her. Na, 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 na. Patina, oh, very patina. Blondie joke there for any of you who are wondering. Neato. Oh, there's a patch of skin I plain didn't paint in there. Just a bit of green, grey rather. Tremendous. Okay. Am I happy to call these done? Sort of, yeah. They're just... So the one in the middle is definitely done, because that's one of the first ones I painted. And then... These are the two I've just finished. I'll do some, like... I'm going to number and name these once I've finished with that. They fit the rest of the team, that's fine. I'm actually going to put them in with the rest of the team. Just going to get all the team out to have a peek. In fact, put them on this tray so you can have a look too. Jack says 4-foot rule, Johnny. Oh yeah. Well, you're not going to see him from 4 foot away playing Blood Bowl. But I take your point. Yeah, they fit. They work with the rest of the team. That's fine. Whoop, slip and slidey, slidey, slidey orcs. There we go. Fine. Team's coming together. Basically, I'm going to be looking at them like that. So they look fine. Yeah, fine. Alright, cool. Oh, shit. Oh, I nearly dropped one on the floor. Nice. Okay. Let's get going on the final 3 in my initial lineup. I have absolutely no idea how to base this lot. Actually, if there's anyone out there who's got sort of thoughts on just even the colour I should be going for on these bases, because what I did initially buy was like some base toppers that were meant to be like frosted grass, and they were kind of like bluish, and a bit of grey in there, and obviously it looked like grass, so there's some like green undertones, and they just didn't work, and I'm stumped. I don't know what to do. I find basing really difficult in terms of decision making. So any suggestions, very welcome, please and thank you. I'm still really pleased with this kit bash though. The ogre holding a little goblin upside down. Don't hate that. Neko the kitty says, when in doubt, use glitter. Maybe. I mean, I do have... What do I have? I've got this, like... This tub of forest floor sort of flock. But I think I want to go with something a bit more thematically appropriate. But, like... Nah, don't like it. Jack Wood says, have you tried using any of the Geek Gaming base ready stuff? I haven't. This is Rival Crafts. Instant Base Scatter Autumn Woods. I think I used this on my sisters, maybe? And that's quite useful, but... I don't know. Yeah. I just don't know what to do. I'm fucking stumped. Oh, you know what I am going to do, just very quickly? I'm going to repaint the fucking feathers on this guy, because I hate the look of them. I hate them, and it bothers me every time I see it. So let's just redo them. Robin Tweety says, purple and gold looking marble to match their regal outfits. Now that sounds interesting. I mean, like a flagstone floor, I think would be quite good fun. Just don't know. Because I do want them to... I do want it to look like something a nobility might be on, you know? Like, that, you know, does that make any sense? I want it to look like... I want it to match the nobility rather than to be very orcish. So, I don't know. We'll see. Let's get rid of the fucking shit job I did on that. Like, I really like the floor they've done for the new vampire pitch, which is just like blue and white flagstone, I think, which I think is great. Maybe something like that. Monk says immaculate green because day is well posh. Well, that could also work. Just have them on a pitch. It's not like it's going to clash with the skin. Oh, that looks better already. Jesus Christ. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the tips in contrast Black Templar. Just to fucking... Because this is a blitzer, so I want him to look mean. And what I had before wasn't cutting it. Oh, thank God. Oh, no. Knock the ogre off. No, pun intended. We were, etc., etc. And then I'm just going to slap some Blamplar on there. See what we get. Right, while that dries, let's start slapping down some base colour on these fucking orcs. Pretending to be men. Pretending to be noble men. Hang on, wait. 1 sec. Right. Freya says a darker value of either the purple or the green and then stippled to look like grass. Interesting. I swear I've got a rolling pin for green stuff that's a flagstone floor effect. Or it might be a temple, which wouldn't quite work. Oh, I could do the airbrush trick with a stretched out baby wipe that does the marble effect. Why am I dizzy? Hold on. I'll drink some water. Suddenly felt very... I do, I used it on stream. Thanks, Sega Genesis. I'm glad that you know me better than I know myself. Ooh, giss a minute, folks. I'm a little dizzy. Don't know why. Tegan Evans says, don't faint. Try not to. I mean, I've fainted twice in my life, so I probably won't, but... I'm okay, but I think I'm going to call it there. Because I think I need to cool down. I am feeling very fucking hot all of a sudden. Yeah, I'm going to call it there. How odd. I'm going to go cool off for a bit. Well, this has been a lovely stream, despite the fact that I've had to stop it because I feel really, really weird. But yeah, it was a nice time streaming. I'll be back on Thursday. I'll be streaming again. And I'll see you then. It will be a video game of some kind, so that'll be nice. Thank you so much for being here. I have a Patreon. There's a link in the description of this video. There's also a link in chat. And yeah, I will see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Thank you again for watching. Have a lovely rest of your day. And do not worry, honestly, I am fine. I'm too warm and I feel a bit weird. So yeah, bye.